is Kyle Pearson. I'm a lead security architect for a Fortune 500 company here in the Kansas City area. Today we're going to be talking about cybersecurity with a focus on personal information security. And with me is Aaron Brooks.
Hello everyone, my name is Aaron Brooks. I am a sales engineer at a Fortune 500 company as well. I have several years of computer experience, and today we're here at the DuBois Learning Center working with the Telahub division to talk about your personal security.
Yes. So most of you have probably experienced where you've had your debit card or credit card replaced, and you probably wonder, why did it happen? Didn't get a notice that somebody had fraudulent charges, but it probably happens quite often. So I know with myself, I've had it done quite often.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
So one of the things that I've noticed is how many people think about cybersecurity when they're going to go use their card and go get gas. What about you? Do you ever think about it?
No, actually I don't. Even being in information technology, just like everyone else, when I go to the store, go get gas, I'm focused on that one task and thinking about the next thing.
There's actually one key area where we lose our personal information. How does this happen, you might wonder? So on gas pumps, there are little sticky tape that shows whether the machine has been entered or not. Most machines will have a little sign that says it is protected. Some machines do not. If it does not, what can happen is somebody can use what's called a skimmer. A skimmer is a device that is placed behind the card reader, so when you insert your card and pull it back out, it now has your information. And now they can go do what they want with it. So the question is, what do you do in that case? So how do you get around that? Well, two things you can think of. First one is look to see if you have a gas station that actually shows a symbol on the front that shows it's protected. If you do, use that gas station. If not, pay inside. Don't pay at the pump. What this will do is there's no way a skimmer can be put on the kiosk inside, and that will protect you from that.
And now, those are all great things to remember.
Yeah. And how hard is it? Because most of us probably want to go in and get a bottle of water or something anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's an easy way to do it. So, Aaron, what do you do with your trash at home?
Trash days on a specific day of the week, so I just gather it all together and just take it out to the curb.
So you just throw it in a bag, put it out, and kind of leave it?
Well, I do recycle. So anytime I get any mail that I feel that I don't need to read or that I already know what it is, sometimes I don't even open it. I just take the whole envelope, throw it in recycling. Then at the end of the week, I just take it out.
You might think that's actually a good thing, but that, yet again, is another way that criminals can get your information. And again, you ask how or why would they do this? Well, criminals actually try to request trash from certain areas, and if it's not shredded or torn up, they can now pull information from it, so security numbers, address, credit card information, even relative information. They can go get more information, and they do this on a regular basis. So your trash is their treasure. So there's a couple of things you can do very easily to help this.
All right.
First thing is, if you've got your name on something, just tear it. Rip it in half a couple of times. Doesn't take much. I do it before something goes in the trash. Give it a couple of tears here and there, drop it in there. Now, if you have some extra money, investing in a shredder is a great thing. You can get shredders at various stores. They're pretty cheap, around $20 or $30 for a good one. And you can just drop in your materials, shred them, put them in the trash, and that helps protect that.
Okay, and one thing I've actually done is I've taken my sensitive documents I've deemed to be sensitive. If your place of employment has a document shredder or a secure bin, I've taken those documents, placed them in mine happens to be gray, so slide it in the gray bin with the little slot with the lock on it. And that way I know that my personal information will be shredded as well.
Yes. Do check that at your place of work. They will usually have dedicated places for you to put sensitive information versus normal information that just goes out unshredded. So do check with your business. All right.
Awesome.
Great information.
Yes.
All right. So now as we start talking through this, why do people actually go through to get this information, and what can they do with it? So if you had my social security number, what could you do with it?
I easily assume your identity. At that point, I can make purchases, pay bills, take trips, you name it. Whatever your credit will allow me to do until I get caught, I'm going to do it. I can even sell it on the internet.
Yes.
So maybe I don't want to take any additional risk. I could easily grab Kyle's information, go out on the internet, sell it to someone, take my money, and wipe my hands from the whole situation.
Yes, and that is actually what we're trying to guard against. And there's very simple steps that we just talked through that can help you out, guard your information, and just keep you safe. Now, as we keep moving forward with information security, take a look at what you see other people doing and try to help them as well. Because as we begin to push out the information, it's not just for us, it's for everybody. So help out your family, help out yourself, help out your coworkers. You see somebody, getting ready to slide that card in that slot, and you don't see anything on it, say, hey, you might want to go in there and do it.
Yeah, help each other out.
What this does is this reduces the amount of information that criminals have access to, and they have to work harder. Now, one more thing, you mentioned you could go sell on the internet. There's a place out there that everybody's heard of. It's called the dark web.
That is true, yes.
The dark web.
Never been on it, but I've heard about it.
So, how does anybody get there? Did you get there by accident? Is it out there to find it?
It's my understanding you have to go looking for it.
Yes. What the dark web is the dark web are all the places that are not indexed by every place that you normally visit. These are hidden places that people use. So you don't accidentally get there. You don't just browse there and get there. So you will never yourself just accidentally end up in the dark web. The dark web is a place where those who are doing bad things live and hide that information. So it's not something you will end up in. It's just something that is out there, and you don't have to worry about it yourself. But there are places out there that can watch those areas for you, make sure your information doesn't end up there. All right. So, Aaron, do you have anything else for us today?
No, but maybe on our next conversation we can talk about some of those tools that are accessible to everyone. Applications for your home PC, your smartphone devices, things like that. Absolutely.
So as we close out, just remember, knowledge is key, so always know, not think. Thank you.
Thank you. Until next time.
This segment is sponsored by Cherry Sports Gear, geared for greatness.